It's kind of strange seeing you with your hair down, but I've got to admit, it really suits you. You think? I'm positive that you'll find a way to come to terms with those feelings on your own, though I'm here for you if you need me. Thank you, Sharon. Nobody gets to pick how they're born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life. I suppose you're right. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Meow? Kitten in hand, Reen and Fee started walking around the city, trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. Jackass is doing some maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elisa introduced me to him, but he seems like he really knows his stuff. I'm gonna sneeze. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined, dandyish aura about him. Sort of like Gwyn, then he'd be more my type. The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside though, you should take this chance to make sure all your gear is in good shape. There's no telling when you'll need to put it through some hard use, and it always pays to be prepared. Maybe I should take this chance to have a good look around here too. Say, would you mind if I hung around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Not that I look around, now that I look around, there seem to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want. But I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he's finished with my gun, there's something I want to show you. Or somewhere I want to show you. As it turned out, that somewhere ended up being the Norturia Highway. Alrighty, I don't think anyone's gonna come barging in disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it, but why did you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. Wait, hold on. You've never been on a Sarah date. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me, as we pour ourselves into no-holds-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time, I'm not gonna hold anything back, so you better be ready. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You'll only get the best today. Can I fight this? So began their intense battle. True to her word, Sarah came at Reen with all the fury of a raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skills to bear, he was just barely able to withstand her assaults. Ugh, how are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? Damn straight. The world's not a nice place. It's not a fair place. But I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. The world takes from you, too. I've almost lost count of how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now. Instructor? But I did whatever I had to keep on living no matter what. And I stand before you now as the sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down over and over again. But if you rise just one more time, that makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. That's why I've decided that everything life has taught me in the School of Hard Knocks, I'm going to teach you. Not through words or lessons or fancy whatever, but through battle. I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime. Attaboy! Let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? They resumed their battle, and the intense training continued. Reen focused everything on the fight, fending off Instructor Sarah's onslaught as best he could. And after a long, difficult fight, he put her down to her knees. Looks like neither of us have the energy to go another round. I guess we'll have to call this one a draw. But at the very least, I'd say we got in some good training. Well fought, Reen. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, you know, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But just messing with ya. That consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've got to get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though. I have no doubt about that. So, just keep your chin up, and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, Instructor. I'll try, at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. The two stayed and rested for a while to get their strength back, and once they felt better, they walked together back to Ruhr. I seriously just like Instructor Sarah more and more during these bonding events. Okay, so a completely new day for me. I just want to say that I'm guessing Ys is what the YS games are. They're called Ys. I'm guessing that isn't going to be done in co-op. I'm still going to play that game, but I don't. Console doesn't have co-op. I don't know if it's going to get that update that's going on with like PC. It's going to be a while till I get to Ys 8. And I hope that the co-op update goes there. But man, that thing hasn't gotten updated since 1.2. So, that might not be done in co-op, which is a little disappointing. So, yeah. But I'm still going to do that whenever I get to that. Because I have it now, so like, I can't just not do it. Anyway. This is my first time seeing Ruhr. I must admit I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Reinford Company's presence here, but I can safely say they've been shattered. I think this single shop alone has more types of horrible goods than the entirety of a gram. I feel kind of like a child in a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here. I could go for some window shopping. Mind if we look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means, let's see what this place has to offer. Huh, so this is an orbital refrigerator? I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. Oh, now that you mention it, we do have one aboard, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself when I want to prepare a box lunch. How much does one cost? Maybe I'll consider one with my skill in maybe I'll consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the, expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right. She actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. What's this? The design is rather avant-garde? It says here that it's called an orbital vacuum cleaner. You press the button on it and it sucks up dust and crumbs. So it's like the orbital version of a broom, I guess. Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. And then it's just gonna go, which is like, ah, scary. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on appliances in the store like that. Sorry, I guess curiosity just got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this button the... Oh no, it's gonna go higher. Oh my god, this is amazing. Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Well, he certainly seemed none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all the appliances here if I had a chance to learn, though. Just like I did with our combat ordnance. By the way, what are these? They're, orbital washing machines, by the look of it. You put your clothes in there and it'll wash them for you. Elisa had a few in her house from what I remember. Wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Oh boy. Not again! My apologies. So, which of these buttons turns it off? This one? No, maybe this one. Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done? I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss. Fortunately for War and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connections with Elisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. Oh god, you're gonna break something else. I can't believe I made such a blunder, not just once, but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well, I guess. Still, it does feel like you were, born into the way of the sword. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short, and I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see a side of you no one else has already gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, that's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know? All of us have roles we're good at fulfilling, and for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise to me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. I like that event. In a way, it's kind of expected that Laura would just about break everything. I'm so glad you joined me. It was a lot of fun looking around together. Even if orbments do continue to vex and baffle me. If they could prove useful in my lunchbox making exploits, however, I won't be able to shy away forever. Oh, no way. I thought it was like gonna be like, I can't believe she broke everything like that. What the fuck is wrong with that woman? I wonder if my excuse me, miss was good enough. Anyway, we gotta go to the airport and get on the ship. We spent our time in here in Ruhr, and I will gladly leave Ruhr behind. Because I don't like Ruhr. Should I go and check on Valimar in the hold? If I do, I probably won't have the time to do anything else out here. It looks like the maintenance is nearly finished. Hey.
Upward you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy.
Thank you.
Wow, that must have been tough. Keep up the good work.
Yay.
Greetings, my lady.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
I can just imagine Valimar going like, "What's up, bro?"
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes. I was powerless to stop them.
I mean, Reen, you've come across many bodies already.
But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here?
Looks like we ain't having a nap.
Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
Will. I wonder if I know exactly who this man might be. Because I might know of him, but only a little. I think I know this guy. Let him speak. Yes, I feel I know him. Alright, I'm just gonna take the quick guess that I should be right. I'm pretty sure he's in Trails of Cold Steel 3. I remember meeting him in the demo, and I'm pretty sure that was him. Anyway, the name's G. Smith. I serve as the Institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be only a boy. This is the only voice I can think of giving him. The Alliance ought to be a damn near ashamed of themselves they keep losing with a snot-nosed brat like you.
I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped get you that minor mental medal earlier in the year.
And one of those students put out that request without any input from me? He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was.
Some things never change. Putting that aside, it is true. Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats?
It is Duke Cayenne. It is. Duke Cayenne made the request and I agreed to it.
Why am I giving him? Like, I really can't think of any other voice to give him. But man, this is just awkward. I wonder if this has Squidward's voice actor had to do it, because every time you close up your nose like that, you basically turn into Squidward. Anyway.
I used the ancient robot ordained in the Society's archaism as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could mass produce using the right for its company technology compatibilities. Afterward, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of a rocket prototype a few months back. Why do you ask?
Do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Marine. He develops whatever catches his interest, boosts himself in until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in Gralia Fortress and orbital wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable.
Bah, an engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sign of an engineer. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, we just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them.
Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over there. Yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Oh, right. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? Ah, of course. That's what I was calling you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword. One like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
Let's not forget I'm not wearing that. George told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capability of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight.
Jeez. It's not that easy doing this, because you gotta close off part of your breathing. And for me, that's not so good when I, don't exactly breathe that well. Anyway,
We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you.
Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar?
I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition.
Sir Marion Orr. Ring any bells for you, Reen? No, I'm afraid it doesn't. It's an extreme... Oh.
It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemuria. It's an astounding strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the Soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are up to that very one.
I really don't know what I'm doing here. Like, this is just not working. Okay. Your answer night included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against C, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zemirian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the soul dots, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me feel ill. Bear in mind, Zemirian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll assign you the finest touch you'll ever lay your eyes on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. It starts to tickle. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zemirian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. Oh, thank God we're away from him. I don't need to do this voice anymore. The advice Reen received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source. Okay. After politely excusing themselves, Reen and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. Like in how our ship is looking. Bunch of friends. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. I don't know. Take things way out of context with this woman. Wow, I can't believe how quick you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. This job's all yours now. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the position of Chief Halesman and Courageous Second-in-Command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marcus Rodner and the provincial armies withdraw from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of the key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armed Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Norturia Provincial Army after all. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Erebonia though. They still come on top in the West. Right, Prince Albert said as much too. General Weak Win and freaking whatever General Bardis are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader and it shows. I see. But be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? Damn it. Might as well just end it here anyway. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count.
Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Weapons Valimar, Reen? Wait, did I say with Weapons Valimar? I think I said Weapons Valimar.